What's up, y'all? I'm Alana Mercedes for Club Creative, and today I'm sitting down with an engineer that I have never met before. I'm gagged because I feel like I've met so many people in Virginia now. But this is EJ. EJ, how are you today?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah,
and it's nice to have a new face.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay,
yeah.
so EJ, first off, I wanted to ask you because your energy is so bright.
Thank you.
You present yourself very well as far as the style. I'm really feeling it. But you're not from Virginia.
I'm not.
And I'm shocked because most Virginians, we carry that about us. So tell me a little bit about where you're from.
So originally I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Lived there most of my life. I moved quite a bit though. So lived in Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan. I lived in Virginia for a little bit when I was younger. I went to Western Branch Middle for 2 years in middle school. But for the most part, just been in New York, a little bit of Jersey. And I travel, to be honest. I like to trek the world, see the universe, transcend dimensions, like all of it. So
who doesn't want to transcend a dimension?
Yeah.
Okay, so how did you land here in Virginia then? Because I would think that somebody who's from New York would just love it. I feel like there's everything in New York, a little bit of everything. So why here?
No, you're 100%. For one, New York has the entire world. So I was definitely grateful to be able to be brought up in that culture and be around that. But after a while, it's a very, how do I say, like a destination-oriented kind of culture. So, it's very much like I'm rushing to go nowhere. I'm rushing to go to A, to B, to C. And it's like, it's not really necessary. So just after a while, like me, my mom and her partner at the time, we're kind of thinking that it would be nice to just have more space, find some land, not necessarily be right on top of each other. And we had lived in Virginia before, so it was just nice to be able to come down here with kind of like a slower lifestyle, slower pace, but also just more methodical in a way too, with what we're doing down here. So
I can feel that. So where does music enter the story for you? Where does engineering enter?
So now we're in 2026. So I've been engineering for all in all, I'll probably say 6 years. I've been taking it seriously for probably about the past like 2 or 3 years. I'm very much on the timing of, I love collaboration and being able to work with people, but in the same breath, I'm a one-man army, or I feel like it's important to have the capabilities of a one-man army. Okay, rather.
That's valid.
So the reason why I say that too is because it's great to be able to rely on other people and to collaborate and to be in spaces with people who have different skills than you. But when it's just you at times and you're not able to rely on anybody, you should still be able to show up and show out and perform. So when it came to engineering, that just kind of naturally fell into the mix because I was making music, or rather I was recording myself on YouTube Beats. And it's kind of just
like most people
do.
And
everybody's going to start in some kind of place,
exactly.
So especially newer age, I feel like YouTube Beats is like the humble beginnings of, of things. So, that's how engineering came into the picture. It's just really just wanting to be able to do everything myself. Or at least have the capabilities of doing everything myself.
As it should, though, because like you said, I think in order to make sure you're able to operate outside of, this fell through, like you're going to need to know how to do some things on your own.
Precisely.
So that's valid.
Precisely.
And you said you started off as a recording artist.
Doing
your own music.
Yeah, so with that, shout out to my brother ZOE. Today is actually his birthday. He was the one that I originally started with. So we would just originally just like freestyle in the car off of beats, and just kind of go back and forth, feel each other's energy. And that probably went on for probably about a year. And then after that, I was like, we're getting kind of good at this. Like we should.
Somebody needs to hear this.
We should actually write this down and see what we can do and really sharpen our swords. And then that's when things just really started. So that was around like 2018, 2019, and I haven't put down the pen since. So and I'm very much like a growth oriented. I'm a knowledge junkie. So it's like I can't just be okay at something. I really gotta give it everything.
When is your birthday?
March 23rd. It's coming up.
Okay.
I'm an Aries. Yes. So first sign of the zodiac.
Now with your music, because obviously you moved here from New York to Virginia. So what traces of Brooklyn do you find in your music as opposed to, I'm sure that now you've had some Virginia influence in there too. So like what do we find there?
I mean, to be honest, old school boom bap, that nostalgic 90s, 80s. I'm very much a wordsmith, lyrical miracle at times. And that's definitely what's been true to me for the most part. And especially when it comes to like, I'll say, I'm of course Biggie, Joey Badass, like just certain influences that I've had. It really just permeates through the way that I choose to paint the pictures that I paint. So I'll say at least on the one hand, Brooklyn definitely has catered to that classic nostalgic style, but in the same breath too, they're so diverse. So like I love indie rock, classical music, gospel. So, and you really still get all of that within Brooklyn as well too. Mm-hmm. So it's like, you know, Caribbean, the reggae, Afro beats. Like, so I'm very much hopping into any world that feels right, you know, and of course, respectfully paying homage to whatever world that I'm in during that time. So
definitely.
Yeah.
Well, here in Virginia, like, is there anything that you found creatively or just been able to insert into your creative art form that was not found at home? Like, what did you discover moving down here?
What did I discover? Damn.
If anything.
Yeah, that's a good question. Let me think. I don't know. I feel like, I guess stylistically, though I won't just speak on rap. I do love rap, but stylistically, I'll say it's a little different down here. I don't know if like natural born Virginians are going to like hate me for this, but I don't necessarily know if there's like a Virginia style. You know, so I'm very cool with artists up in Richmond, 757. So I get I've been exposed to a mix of some of the best newer age of artists, and I'm not really seeing a common theme in terms of what people are talking about or what they're sounding like. More so just the passion of the creativity. You know, so it's like that's I guess what I'll say that I found more so here, because once I moved down here, that's when I really started just to like spread out more in a way, just not even only physically, but also just like spiritually, mentally, emotionally. So with that, as I've been finding myself, I'm also seeing, you know, we're all kind of in the same boat in certain ways doing that. So I think that's the biggest thing for me. It's just that diversity of sound is really what I'm
actually so lit that you said that, because because
I feel your energy too. You're like
I was like, because that's the secret sauce. I feel like everybody has that idea of Virginia, though. Like, there's so much talent, so much creativity, but it's not the same for everybody. And that's what I think, that's the something in the water.
That's the sauce. Yeah. 100%. 100%.
Now, EJ, is there anything exciting that you have coming up? Anything you're working on that you feel like the world needs to know? Yeah,
honestly, a number of things, but right now, especially, I'm striving to just stay focused. So for one, I'll say artistically, I have a debut project that a debut mixtape, because I have 2 projects that I'm working on this year. I don't have any dates for them yet, because the main thing that I'm working on right now, besides just the music, I also like develop autonomous systems, and I like work with like AI and coding and like learning all this nerdy stuff and everything, because I'm very big on just like not just trading your time for money, you know, setting up systems that are able to allow you to thrive without you directly having to put your hands on everything. Absolutely. I'm very much like a make money in your sleep kind of person. So with that, actually, I just applied for the trademark a couple of days ago. Something I've developed called Paxly. It's a Paxly. It is a autonomous real estate contract system. So essentially, it takes the boring data entry out of real estate contracts. What usually takes 30 minutes to an hour, I knocked it down to 20 seconds. So
wow,
yeah,
that's incredible.
So with that, I'm going to be going to an event soon to talk about it, and I'm the founder, the CEO of it, the visionary behind it, the technician. I've been on all levels with this. It took me 6 months to build it. Probably should take me 3, but it's my first time. And
6 isn't bad for something like that. That's not bad at all.
To be honest, yeah. And in previous years, it probably would have took me 2 or 3 years. So I'll say Paxly is the number one thing right now that's on my mind. Just really getting that off the ground, building that, sharpening my pen, and getting these sync licensing deals. Let's get paid off this money. Like let's put these beats and these songs into these shows and movies and Netflix deal. All of this. Want it all.
That is so dope. This is the epitome of multifaceted.
I mean, just taking my time, taking a step every day. I put my socks 1 foot on at a time,
like everybody else.
like everybody else. So intention is really just the name of the game, and really just taking the time to master myself and seeing what that looks like. So
I'm excited to see what it looks like. I feel like it's very bright for you.
I mean, hey, I love it and I appreciate it. Aries King, so fire energy, fire sign, very much sun, positive energy. So I just want to say thank you so much, even just for sitting down. This was so random to me, even like coming here and doing this, but like this to me right now feels like a core moment. Like something is going to, or a lot of things are really going to be able to.
I gotta spot this moment. No, this moment has to be marked. Like I need this to be somewhere.
Oh yeah, no.
For when something does really pop off.
Mark it. Yeah. February 22nd, 2026. Yeah, you heard it here. EJ and Alana.
All right. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with me, EJ. And of course, Drop, where can we follow you? How can we keep up with you?
Yeah, so all platforms you can find me at I am Evan Jordan. Very simple. I am EJ, and that's really all it is. You definitely will be seeing more of me as the sun comes out. I will be out. So Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, EJ, again.
Appreciate you.
Awesome.